sponsored by the guy who spent years misleading the Congress and, more importantly, the country on Trump-Russia investigation, on Mueller investigation, on impeachments.
The air crackled with tension. Inside the hallowed halls of Congress, a heated exchange unfolded. Representative Jim Jordan, a Republican firebrand, locked horns with Representative Adam Schiff, a Democratic stalwart. The issue at hand? A proposed bill concerning election security measures. However, the debate quickly morphed into a fiery referendum on the past. Jordan, with his characteristic bluntness, wasted no time. He accused Schiff of misleading the American people. The specter of the Trump-Russia investigation loomed large. Jordan reminded the room of Schiff's past pronouncements that Jordan claimed were later debunked. The congressman's voice boomed, echoing off the chamber walls. Schiff, known for his calm demeanor, attempted to steer the conversation back to the bill. He argued for its importance in safeguarding future elections. Yet, Jordan's accusations struck a nerve. The back and forth grew more intense, a verbal tug-of-war.
The gentlelady reserves. The gentleman from Kentucky is recognized.
Mr. Speaker, I yield all of our remaining time to the great gentleman from Ohio, the ranking member of the House Judiciary Committee, Mr. Jordan.
The gentleman is recognized.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I thank the gentleman for yielding. Americans want safer streets, affordable gas, and freedom. Instead, Democrats give us record crime levels, record inflation, and another bill attacking President Trump, sponsored by the guy who spent years misleading the Congress and, more importantly, the country on Trump-Russia investigation, on Mueller investigation, on impeachments. Remember when the sponsor of the bill said that his office didn't meet with the whistleblower? Found out that wasn't true. Remember when the sponsor of the bill told us that we would hear from the whistleblower during impeachment? We'd actually have real process instead of having hearings and depositions. Remember when the sponsor told us this? That there was more than circumstantial evidence that President Trump colluded with Russia? That turned out to be false. Bob Mueller said it was false. Everyone knew it was false. In fact, it was such baloney, even the Washington Post has had to retract and change things from stories because they said, oh, yeah, there was a lot of false information in that dossier that they used to go spy on President Trump's campaign. And I think this is important to understand. Sponsor of this legislation wasn't just any member of Congress, Mr. Speaker. He wasn't just any chairman of a committee in Congress. He was the chairman of the Intelligence Committee, the committee that gets additional information from anyone else in the country, making those claims that were not accurate. So maybe instead of having another bill,
tug-of-war played out on the national stage. The ghost of Trump's first impeachment loomed over the proceedings. Jordan brought it back into the harsh light of day. He accused Schiff of being a central figure in what he saw as a politically motivated witch hunt. The Mueller probe, once a source of endless speculation and intrigue, was resurrected for this congressional showdown. Jordan hammered home his point. Schiff, he argued, had been proven wrong time and time again. Schiff countered, his voice measured but firm. He defended his actions during the impeachment inquiry, stating he had acted on the information available at the time. He accused Jordan of attempting to rewrite history. The partisan divide, always simmering beneath the surface, was now on full display. Jordan then shifted gears, pivoting to what he believed were the true crises facing the nation. "Crime is rampant in our streets," he exclaimed. He painted a bleak picture of a nation spiraling into chaos, contrasting it with what he claimed was a period of stability and prosperity under President Trump. Inflation, he argued, was robbing hardworking Americans of their hard-earned.
Sponsor of this legislation wasn't just any member of Congress, Mr. Speaker. He wasn't just any chairman of a committee in Congress. He was the chairman of the Intelligence Committee, the committee that gets additional information from anyone else in the country, making those claims that were not accurate. So maybe instead of having another bill that attacks President Trump because Democrats are afraid he's going to run and he's going to win in 2024. So they want to do everything they can to attack him. Maybe instead of another bill attacking President Trump, we should actually focus on things that the American people care about. You know, you can attack President Trump all you want. I know one thing. A year ago, the border was secure. Sure was. A year ago, cities were safe. Safer than they are today. A year ago, we didn't have a 31-year high inflation. We actually had wages going up, real wages. A year ago, we didn't have a Department of Justice attacking moms and dads, putting a label, a designation, a threat tag on parents who simply go to school board meetings and speak out against a racist, hate America curriculum. No, we didn't have that a year ago. But you guys can keep attacking the president all you want. Not addressing the issues that the American people care about. We're going to speak about the issues they care about. We're going to try to do everything we can to slow down your crazy agenda that is driving up the price of everything. And we're going to speak out against and do everything we can to make sure the Department of Justice quits attacking parents. God bless the whistleblower who came forward and gave us the information. Sent from the Counterterrorism Division of the FBI. We could be dealing with that issue today. We could be holding the Attorney General accountable, the Justice Department accountable for what they're doing. No, no, no. We're going to attack President Trump again. Democrats, that's the only thing they can do because they can't talk about anything else. I hope we defeat this bill. Yield back my time.
A perennial flashpoint in American politics also took center stage. Jordan accused the Democrats of failing to secure the nation's borders. He claimed that their policies had made America less safe, leaving it vulnerable to drug smugglers and criminals. These were the issues, he argued, that Congress should be focused on, not relitigating the battles of the past. Returning to the bill at hand, Jordan dismissed it as nothing more than a partisan attempt to target former President Trump and his supporters. He argued that it was designed to give Democrats an advantage in the upcoming 2026 midterm elections. The bill, he claimed, would suppress free speech and disenfranchise millions of American voters. In closing, Jordan appealed for unity and a return to civility. He urged his colleagues to put aside their differences and work together to address the very real problems facing the nation. His words, however, rang hollow to some, a mere rhetorical flourish following a blistering partisan attack. The congressional hearing, a microcosm of a deeply divided nation, adjourned with no clear winner, only the lingering echoes of anger and resentment.